The internet most toxic fandoms. I think, like it looks like in content creators, right? Toxic fandoms. Aspen goals for sure. And again, I'm a fan of MS Gold, but like, let's be honest, the chats are extremely toxic. Aiden Ross is toxic too as well. A lot of VTubers are toxic because they're very like dedicated to their streamer and stuff. Um, like those type of things, like the parasocial relationships as well. Yeah.
What happens when a fan base is willing to destroy anyone who offends their idol? These are the
Exactly.
internet's most toxic fan bases. As usual, we'll rank them from least to most disturbing, reveal some of the darkest things fans have done. If you guys are enjoying the channel so far, it would mean the world to me if you subscribe, because it helps me get my videos out to more
Taylor
people. And I
Swift,
promise
for
to
sure.
do my very, very best to create the best possible videos I can for you. I'm Visual Venture, and you are awesome. Swifties, the overprotective fan base. So before we begin, I want to make this clear that this is not an attack on Taylor Swift or her fandom, but there is a toxic part of her fandom that takes things too far. Almost every musician has overprotective fans, but with Taylor Swift, there are thousands of them, and they attack anyone who dares criticize her. In 2020, Taylor Swift released an album titled Folklore. As usual, music critics reviewed it, but one review made Taylor's fans mad. It was from a website called Pitchfork, and the interviewer was a woman named Jill. In her interview, Jill praised Taylor's songwriting, but she didn't like everything about the album, so Jill gave it an 8 out of 10. For most people, that was a positive review, but for radical Swifties, an 8 out of 10 was unacceptable. It was an insult. Taylor's fans started ranting online, complaining about the review. Then one of them came up with a bizarre theory, which was that Jill and Pitchfork were trying to sabotage Taylor Swift. By giving Taylor's album a lower score, Pitchfork would drag down the album's overall rating, also known as a metascore. Once that sabotage theory took hold, fans were mad and they attacked. First, someone posted Jill's personal information online. They leaked her phone number, her address, and even photos of her home. The doxing led to non-stop harassment. Jill got angry calls in the middle of the night. Some callers threatened to burn her house down. She even received death threats. Jill tweeted about how terrifying it felt. She said that it sucked to be scared of every person milling outside, or feel like you can't answer the phone. All of this happened because Jill gave Taylor a good review, but it wasn't good enough. But Jill wasn't the Swifties' only victim. In 2019, comedians Desus and Mero appeared on The Tonight Show. During a guessing game, Mero made a joke. Some Swifties didn't find it funny. They felt Mero was insulting Taylor's looks. Within hours, the comedians were getting death threats. One crazy fan even threatened Mero's kids. It was so bad that the FBI got involved. But Swifties don't just fight outsiders, they attack their own. That's what happened to a woman named Rita in 2019. Rita wasn't a regular fan. She was so devoted that she ran a Taylor Swift fan page. Her room was filled with Taylor Swift merch, and she posted videos of herself singing Taylor's songs. But some Swifties thought Rita's videos were cringy, like she was embarrassing the fandom. So they spammed Rita's videos with hateful comments, trying to bully her into quitting. When Rita refused to stop, the attacks escalated. Someone tried hacking her phone to take over her social media accounts. Another posted her license plate online, putting her at risk. Rita adored Taylor Swift, but she became an enemy simply because she didn't fit their idea of a proper Swiftie. Loving a musical artist is complete.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no, bro. You're attacking someone because they're a fan of an artist because they don't look the right. They don't have the right look.
Completely normal, but for radical Swifties, anyone who doesn't meet their standards needs to be silenced. This next fan base kicked their leader off the internet. Corpsehusband, the fan base that betrayed their idol. Corpsehusband was a faceless YouTuber who got popular in 2020. His main appeal was his voice. He had this deep, rumbling voice that sounded unreal. That voice, combined with being faceless, made Corpse a sensation. Fans couldn't see him, so they created a perfect fantasy version of him in their head. Corpse was a real person, and he was far from perfect. In interviews, Corpse revealed that his deep voice was partly caused by a medical condition. He also had arm pain that affected his daily life. He struggled with with anxiety. And he didn't like talking in public because he was scared someone would recognize his voice. That's why he chose to remain faceless. He wanted privacy so he could manage his personal issues without the stress of fame. But some fans didn't care about his struggles. They just wanted to see his face no matter the cost. In 2021, a photo of a man went viral. People claimed it was Corpse Husband. There was just one problem. The man in the photo, it didn't match the image fans created in their minds. And instead of accepting that, they started mocking the
Yeah, because people are fucking unhinged and freaking weirdos. Yeah, because that's the problem with VTubers. If they like your voice, but they don't like how you look in real life, bro, they'll talk shit on you. They'll shit on you, and because you're like, oh, you're ugly, you're etc. Like, look what happened to what's this guy's name? Dream. They made fun of because of his chin, man. So yeah, it's really bad, bro. Like, remember when I said Course Husband was ugly RL, and he didn't have to face real for us to know? He should have listened. Like, bro,
man in the picture. Tweets called him ugly. Some fans
wow.
unfollowed him. Someone tweeted, unsubbed, and unfollowed Corpse after seeing that face reveal. Like, I thought it was gonna be hot, but he's just some ugly creep. The fans were brutal, but the reaction revealed the truth. Some fans weren't following Corpse for who he was. They were following the fantasy they created. Also, it was never confirmed that the photo was actually Corpse. Fans might have been mocking a random person. Corpse could have addressed the photo directly, but he didn't.
But he just
started
left the
pulling
internet.
away. He tweeted less, he streamed less, and in November 2021, he
just
uploaded
left
what
the
would
internet.
become his last regular video. Years later, his fans still miss him. They leave comments begging for his return. But the truth is hard to ignore. The same fans who demand his comeback are the reason he disappeared. This comment summed it up perfectly. He didn't abandon us, we lost him. We truly didn't deserve this man. This next fan base is huge, loud, and always upset. Star Wars, the fan base that's never satisfied.
Oh
There's
no.
a saying that you can't please everyone. The Star Wars fan base is proof of that. They've complained about everything: storylines, dialogue, characters, even little things like the color of lightsabers. And when
Look here. All right. The fandom could be crazy, but some of the criticism is legit. All right. Some of the man, they were so right about it because they've improved that the recent Star Wars films. They had no plan for those films. The trilogy was like all over the place. They have literally zero plan for those films.
Star Wars fans get upset, they get toxic. Star Wars fans love the original trilogy, but nearly everything released after has been a problem. In 1999, The Phantom Menace hit theaters. It was the first movie
didn't like
after
it.
the original trilogy. It was also the first Star Wars movie in 16 years. Fans were excited until they actually saw the movie. Many hated the film. They felt it didn't capture the spirit of the originals. The backlash was so intense that it nearly ended the franchise. Disliking a movie doesn't make someone toxic, but how some fans expressed their anger was ugly. They started harassing the actors. At best, the actor
Which
who
is
played
so
Jar Jar
weird.
Binks was their first target because they hated the character they made Ahmed.
Bro, they're actors. You attack the franchise, I get it, but you attack the actors who are just doing their job. Are you kidding me, bro?
Their punching bag. Ahmed's phone number was leaked. His answering machine was filled with death threats. Over time, the harassment broke him. Ahmed became depressed. He was scared to leave his apartment. Jake Lloyd, the child actor, was the next target. He played young Anakin Skywalker. Being a child didn't save him. Some fans hated his acting, so they tried to find his address so they could camp outside his house and
So
confront
bad,
him.
bro.
At school, classmates bullied him constantly. He even got death threats. Because of all the negativity, Jake quit acting entirely. But these toxic fans just got worse. Whenever a new Star Wars movie came out, they found something to complain about, and they started to contradict themselves. By the time The Force Awakens came out in 2015, the cycle was obvious. This time, fans said the movie played it too safe. Some claimed it was just a lazy remake of a previous Star Wars film. Because of that feedback, the creators took risks with the next Star Wars movie. They broke away from the classic formula, but fans hated that too. Now they said it strayed too far from the originals. It seemed the fan base didn't know what it wanted, and as usual, they didn't just complain. They made life hell for Star Wars.
No. I think that's the very. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's people who are obsessed and are weirdos for sure. The problem with the films is that it wasn't following an actual storyline. They were just going with the flow, which is not good, especially when you're playing the first trilogy. So the second film was completely different from the first film, but it actually got a little bit like okay, I like the direction you're going. They're fixing some stuff, but the third film they went back to what the first idea was, which is the first film, and kind of scrapped the second film. So it was like all over the place. The trilogy was literally a reboot of. It seemed like a not a reboot, but it was just all over the place, man. The storyline sucked. The characters sucked. The new Darth Vader guy sucked ass. The new hero sucked ass. Like everybody sucked ass for the most part. Except for the stormtrooper that defected. What was his name? I forgot his name. But everybody thought he was gonna be a Jedi, and it was like, holy shit, that could be really cool. But Finn, there we go. Yeah, people thought he was gonna be a Jedi, and it was like, oh my god, people were actually excited for that. Nope, he wasn't a Jedi. They actually just pushed him away.
Actors. They harassed one actress by mocking her looks. Someone even added offensive comments to her Wikipedia page. She had to quit Instagram.
Oh my god, I didn't like her character at all. Like, I didn't like her character Rose Tico, whatever her name is. I disliked that character. It was a fucking annoying character. But at the end of the day, I mean, I don't like the character, not the actress. Why the fuck would I personally attack the actress? That makes zero effing sense. Like what?
To escape the attacks. Daisy Ridley, the lead actress, wasn't spared. Even new characters couldn't escape. In 2022, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series introduced a villain named Reva. Reva was a character that fans have been asking for, but once she appeared, the same fans didn't like her, so they turned on the actress who played Reva. The attacks became so vicious that the show's producer...
I didn't like Reva, but again, I'm not I'm not gonna attack the freaking actress. You know what I mean? It's just so weird, bro. It's not that serious.
intervened. He told fans, if you're sending her bullying messages, you're no Star Wars fan in my mind. The Star Wars fan base created a lose-lose situation. Play it too safe and they complain. Try something new, they complain louder. It begs the question, if every Star Wars movie makes fans mad, maybe the real problem...
Well, actually, no. There's some shows that people end up liking. They were actually excited. Like what was that one? Rogue One or Rogues, whatever it's called. Endor, I think that's what it's called. Like people love that. People like the Mandalorian. People like some shows. They did like some shows, but it's like the problem is some recent shows like are like are, I hate to say it like this, but they're too woke. All right. I'll say it. The recent show or one of the recent shows, Star Wars, was too woke. Was the Lord was so stupid that the changes is so bad that it was like it got made fun of like a motherfudger, man. I hate I don't like using that word anymore because again it's used way too much at this point and it lost a lot of meaning. But it's like you cannot deny like it was just so bad. And here's what it made it worse too. By the way, I'm not. I didn't. I still. I didn't like the character, and I'm not attack the actress, but the actress made it worse for herself. She made a music video, like talking shit about like of the viewers of who are gonna watch the show. That's so smart. Attack your viewers. That's so smart. That's so smart.
isn't the movies. VTubers, the parasocial fan base. For those of you guys who don't know what a VTuber is, a VTuber stands for virtual YouTuber. They are streamers who appear online as animated characters instead of showing their real faces. Think of it like digital cosplay. Each VTuber plays a character and fans enjoy the show. But for some fans, watching VTubers isn't just entertainment.
Obsessed.
Some viewers get
Obsessed,
obsessed with VTubers. These obsessed fans are known as unicorns. To a unicorn, their favorite VTuber isn't just a character on a screen. She's their virtual girlfriend. In order to maintain that girlfriend fantasy,
weird,
the
bro.
VTuber must stay single. She can't flirt or even speak to another man. If she does, they feel betrayed. And when these obsessive fans feel betrayed, the reaction can be explosive. No VTuber learned that lesson harder than Rushia. Rushia was one of Japan's biggest VTubers with over 1 million subscribers. But many of Rushia's fans were unicorns, so they treated Rushia like she was their girlfriend, like she belonged to them, and that almost ruined her life. The issue started on February 10th, 2022. Rushia started a live stream. In the middle of her broadcast, a private message popped up on her screen. It was a message her viewers weren't supposed to see, but they did. The message was from Mafu Mafu, a Japanese male singer. It read, "I just finished the live broadcast and I'm getting ready to go home." The text itself wasn't romantic, but there were already rumors that Rushia and Mafu Mafu were...
That's why you have to shut it down as fast as possible. Of like, don't. Hey, I'm not your friend. I'm just a streamer. I'm your entertainer, but I don't belong to you. Don't be obsessed over me. Go get a life in that kind of way. I know it sounds kind of weird. Like, I mean, the opposite of saying don't attack your fan base, but in this case, you got to send some boundaries. Like, hey guys, like, like it's just an entertainment thing. Uh, uh, that's it. Like, don't to like take it too far. Um, and yeah, and also like don't try to like also don't play into it too either. I will say that to the creators. Do not play that. If you play into you're single, you're hiding your non relationship, which I do understand to some aspect of like why they want to do it. But I feel like it's worse if you don't if you're not honest with it because once they find out, you're gonna get backlash. But if you're upfront in the beginning, you may get some backlash. But at the end of the day, they'll pass for the most part compared to people who find out like a year or a couple months later. You know what I mean? I feel like that's just worse. That's just me. I feel like you get backlash now is better than getting backlash later because people will just move on for the most part a lot faster and a lot better compared to like them watching it for like a year or so and then like what you're taking. It's still
Dating.
weird as
Now,
fuck. Again, I'm not condoning like parasocial relationships. It's just like people are just weird as fuck, man.
message from Mafu Mafu appeared on her screen. Her unicorn followers felt lied to. They believed Rushia betrayed them by not being single. Thousands canceled their paid memberships. Some destroyed their Rushia merch. A few even sent threats to both Rushia and Mafu Mafu. Rushia tried to calm things down. She swore she wasn't dating anybody, but they refused to believe her. To prove her innocence, she posted a screenshot. It was a chat between Rushia and her manager confirming she was single. But posting that chat cost Rushia everything. Like most VTubers, Rushia was signed to a talent agency. The agency had strict confidentiality policies. By posting that private chat with her manager, Rushia broke her non-disclosure agreement. So the agency fired her. Just like that, Rushia lost her platform. Not because she hurt anyone, but because her toxic fans pushed her so far, she broke the rules trying to defend herself. Later that year, another VTuber had a similar problem. In August 2022, a VTuber named Crony streamed a gaming session with several male VTubers, but most of Crony's fans were unicorns just like Rushia's. These obsessive fans hated seeing Crony interact with those male VTubers. They bombarded her live chat with insults. To escape the hostility, Crony took a 2-week break from streaming, but when she returned, she took a different approach. Instead of trying to appease her fans, she stood her ground. She tweeted, "After much consideration, I decided that I will be collaborating with whoever I want." The fact that she had to post that shows how controlling and toxic some VTuber fans can be. The members of this next fan base just can't get along. League of Legends, the fan base that hates each other. No gaming fan base is as toxic as League of Legends. At least that's what players say. In 2024, a survey asked gamers which fan base was the worst. Around 36% picked League. What makes this fan base so bad? It's about how the players treat each other. League of Legends is built around teamwork. 5 players join forces to beat another team. Success depends on working together, but most players end up fighting their own teammates. If someone makes a mistake, their teammates explode. Players scream insults in the chat. Others go even further. They int. Inting is when a player deliberately dies over and over in the game. They do this to either troll or punish their own team. Either way, inting ruins the game for everyone. Riot Games, the company behind League, has tried to control the toxicity. They ban aggressive players, they added mute buttons. They even created a system to reward good behavior, but none of it worked. By 2020, 98% of players said that they have been harassed in-game. 98% is nearly every player. If players are this toxic during casual matches, imagine what happens when money is at stake. League of Legends has massive esports tournaments, and these tournaments offer millions of dollars in prize money. The most famous team in League is T1. They've won countless championships, and their star player named Faker was insanely skilled. Fans called him the Michael Jordan of esports. But in 2020, the same fans who idolized T1 turned on them. That year, T1 failed to qualify for a major tournament. Fans blamed the team's coaches for benching Faker during the qualifiers. The coach who benched Faker received death threats. Other players began getting threats as well. T1 CEO had to plead with fans to stop. Some fans ignored him. In September 2020, T1 started tracking down those behind the threats to take legal action. This wasn't the only time fans turned on a professional League team. One team received an actual weapon in the mail. It was supposed to be some kind of warning. It's no wonder so many consider League of Legends the most toxic fan base in gaming. Up next is a fan base that operates like a mob. Genshin Impact, the fan base that bullies. The
Genshin
game Genshin
Impact?
Impact is more popular than people
Oh
realize.
my
It launched in 2020,
god.
just 5 years ago, but it already generated over $6.3 billion in revenue. More than 11 million people play the game every month. That's the population of a small country.
I
A game
never
this
played
big
it
attracts
before.
all kinds of fans. Some of them are notorious for bullying, and sometimes they attack for surprising reasons. It's exactly what happened in 2022. An artist posted an illustration of Kaya, one of Genshin's main characters. It was just fan art, nothing controversial. But the artist made one mistake. Kaya's skin tone was lighter than usual. That small error caused chaos. Hardcore fans demanded the
people are fucking insane. Yeah, I've done videos about this on my own channel with art topics. Bro, people are so insane, man. With skin tone of characters, man. Where like you have to be extremely like accurate with it. It's so bad, man. It is so bad, bro. I've seen it.
artist delete the drawing. One comment said, draw him
So
correctly or don't
bad.
draw him at all. That was harsh, but some fans
So
went
bad.
further. Someone stole the drawing, darkened Kaya's skin, and reposted it. They claimed they fixed the art. The artist even tried to apologize. They tweeted, I didn't mean to paint Kaya's skin color brightly. It turned into this color unintentionally. I'm sorry.
No, I would have been like, fuck you guys, man. What the fuck? It's the skin tone. Fuck off. Like, are you serious?
For making you feel uncomfortable. But the apology didn't end the harassment. The attacks continued until the artist.
What was that right there? Okay, no hate to the artists because they apologize. The way y'all saying that the brightened POC skin tones are okay because it's art. No, it's not okay, nor will ever be okay. Stop making people feel bad for not being okay with whitewashing. Like, are you retarded? I'm gonna say it. You're retarded. I'm sorry, but you're dumb. You got it's fan art. Fan art is never accurate, motherfucker. It's not an official art piece, man. It's goddamn fan art. They're not doing it in malice intent. They're not doing it in any way like that. F off, man. Like I hate these type of people too, man. I really do. This is like one of the reasons why I was so like for a long time I never want to make human characters because I didn't want to deal with this shit, dude. I didn't want to deal with the idea of like, hey, can you make more female characters? Hey, can you make more black characters, Mexican characters, white characters, whatever characters, right? I don't want to deal with that shit. Like fuck off, bro. If I want to add them, I will add them. If I don't, I don't. Like what the fuck? Yeah, I drew that wrong. I used the wrong skin tone. Like, oh my god, man. That's not his actual outfit. What is this outfit? This is so weird outfit. This is not the outfit of Daredevil. What is this?
The attacks continued until the artist deleted their Twitter account. And this case was just the beginning. Genshin fans attack artists over little things, like drawing a character in the wrong outfit or the wrong pose. But it's not just artists who get attacked. Even actual employees working on the game have been targeted. In 2021, Genshin added a new character named Kokomi. Unfortunately, some players didn't like her, but they didn't just complain about the character. For some twisted reason, fans attacked the voice actress who played Kokomi. She was live streaming when the insults started. Her chat was filled with hateful comments.
So
They got so
weird
bad that she had to turn off the comments. Remember, this voice actress was just an employee. Later, she posted that she only wanted a relaxed and happy environment, but the Genshin mob didn't back off. And this wasn't even the worst moment that year.
they
In
didn't
September
like her,
of that year, Genshin celebrated its first anniversary. Fans expected huge rewards, but when the rewards were released, many were disappointed. They felt like the rewards weren't good enough. This time, they didn't just make hateful comments online. They tried to sink the whole ship. Thousands of Genshin fans went on the Google Play Store and review bombed the game. They all left 1-star reviews. On the Play Store, apps with low ratings can disappear from search results. So by review bombing the game, these fans were trying to bury it. The game's rating.
You know what? A lot of them would have been. You know what the funniest and ironic part would have been if they like the game actually got deleted. A lot of them would have been complaining like, "Oh my god, we weren't serious. Stop. Where's the game? I put it too much and money effort into this game. Where is it? It wasn't that serious." Like you guys, like, oh my god, bro. Like Oh god, it's one of the worst people ever, dude.
It dropped from 4.5 stars to 2 stars. However, Google noticed what was happening, so Google deleted the fake reviews. But the fact that Google was trying to save the game made fans even angrier. Now, Genshin fans started review bombing Google's apps like Google Classroom. More than 20 apps across the Play Store were filled with fake negative reviews. The war only ended when the developers of Genshin Impact gave in. They added extra rewards to calm the fans down. If this community can sabotage their own game, what'll they do next? Up next is a fan base that chased away the creator of their game. Five Nights at Freddy's, the feral fan base.
Oh
Five Nights at
no!
Freddy's launched in
I know about
2014.
this
It was an
one.
instant hit. Players
I
took
know
on the
about
role
this
of a
one,
night guard
dude.
trapped in a haunted pizza shop. The game was filled with hidden clues and mysteries waiting to be solved. The community grew fast, but as the fan base exploded, so did its darker side. The game was created by Scott Cawthon, and in the early days, Scott was very active in forums. Scott listened to fans and shaped new games around their ideas. Fans loved having that connection, but the closer Scott stayed to the community, the more demanding it became. In 2015, FNAF 3 and 4 were released, but fans thought the games weren't scary enough. Others thought they were too easy, so angry fans attacked Scott directly. One fan even went after Scott's family. I mean, imagine threatening someone's family over a game. But the
Are you
attacks didn't
serious?
stop there. Later that year, Scott released the first Five Nights at Freddy's book. His co-author was a woman named Kira, but fans couldn't find much about her online, so they concluded she didn't exist. They accused Scott of lying and attacked him again. Scott later clarified that Kira was a professional writer, but he told her to make her accounts private because he expected weirdos and creeps to stalk her. That means Scott realized how toxic the FNAF fandom was becoming. In 2016, it got worse. Scott launched a spin-off called FNAF World. The game was buggy, so fans hated it. Scott took the game down, fixed the issues, and re-released it for free. But fans kept criticizing Scott, calling him a sellout. When Scott deleted the worst comments, they accused him of censorship. He simply couldn't win with them. By 2021, he had enough. He stepped away from Five Nights at Freddy's completely. After Scott left, new developers took over to keep the franchise alive. But the toxic fans treated
Bro, that's so crazy, man. Oh my god, dude. There's a difference of sending hate and criticism. Hey, I don't like this game because the mechanics are not working. You're a bitch, bro. You fucking suck. I wish you die. Your family gets killed, etc. That's what the fuck, man. That's like the complete different from criticism and from like unhinged bullshit comments, dude.
them even worse. In 2024, a fan project called FNAF in Real Time was canceled. The developers revealed they were receiving threatening messages from angry fans.
Of
The harassment
course.
shook them so much that they abandoned the game too. The community that made FNAF a hit was tearing it apart. One FNAF fan on Reddit said it best: "We literally can't have anything anymore." My friends, being a fan of something isn't an excuse to hurt people. If there's one thing to take away from this video, it's this: we can enjoy good things without tearing others down. Visual Venture.
And you know one of the worst fan base in anime is My Hero Academia, dude. I remember there's some things that My Hero Academia a creator did that the fans hated. I can't believe you didn't make Bakugo and Deku into a couple. What the fuck is that came out of fucking nowhere, dude? Like, oh god. Like it's like, bro, like stop shipping characters with other characters out of nowhere. Like what is this shit, dude? It's like so bad. People are so goddamn toxic, dude. The way they had to make disclaimer for Swifties, like that is insane. Like, oh my god, man, it's so dumb, dude. So dumb.